Welcome to Thursday Night Voice of the People, and we have a voice in the studio with us, and we're going to get right into it and let him introduce himself to us. Mr. Emmanuel, introduce yourself and tell us about yourself.
Hey man, what's up everybody? It's Emmanuel Ratliff. I go by Ways, always Ways. Man, I just love to make a difference, man. I love to inspire people, motivate people. I utilize my brand to give people something to think about, to become more thinkers than just, going with the trend. You know, I want us to stop thinking about quitting, stop thinking about giving up on life and giving up on our dreams. I want us to be able to self motivate ourselves. So I do it by sharing my stuff on social media, the things I do in the community. Like I'm part of a nonprofit. This is for you. We've been doing it for about 3 years, and we give away free food, free clothes every other Friday, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. right off Oxford Street. Um, Also do podcasts as well. Every Monday we drop podcasts on my Always Ways YouTube channel. And for the last 3 years, going on our fourth year now, I've been speaking, and I would say I'm a life teacher.
Okay.
I teach
Yeah.
life to middle school, high school, elementary, and Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCA's. Just again about life and accountability.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Busy.
good.
That's a lot.
Now tell me the mantra of Always Ways. Where did that come
Okay.
about? And tell us about the thought of Always Ways.
Yeah, so again, I remember back when I'm just gonna dive right into it. I was suicidal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Suicidal, yeah. Back in about 2017, I was suicidal. I was contemplating my life, if I wanted to be here or not. I was going through a lot, losing a lot of people in my life. I lost a lot of people early. And I always knew that pointing fingers don't work, right? So I just knew pointing fingers don't work. It never works. So from pointing fingers, I'm like, man. So I'm looking at myself and I'm blaming myself. Now I'm over blaming myself for things that are out of my control. So just started doing a lot of self research. Inside, out. And started questioning myself for what things I really love to do, what things I'm passionate about. Which is like I love giving, I love helping people. Get in a better situation, whether it's physically or mentally. And from there, I was just like about what it was about October of 21. I just was like, always said it like, man, yo, somebody come to me like, man, I can't. I'm like, yo, scratch that, yo. It's always ways, bro. It was just a phrase I
That's
used.
profound.
Yeah, don't worry about that, bro. It's always ways. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I want to go back a little bit and if you are comfortable.
Always.
So you mentioned suicide, and that suicide is very prevalent right now, not just with our youth, but with people
Yeah.
our age and older.
Sure.
I lost someone to suicide years ago. My
same.
partner, actually. So at what point, you don't have to talk about what brought you to it, but what brought you through it. So when you talked about, I felt like this, I didn't want to be here anymore. I'm sure you didn't just wake up the next day and say, you know what, I changed my mind. So what do you think it was that made you feel like I am worth being here?
So yeah. So what happened was when I was feeling this way, what I did first, I gave up my house, I gave up my car.
Oh, wow.
I moved to New York. So I thought that changing my scenario, my situation, my scene would help change things. I found fast that that's not what it was. I found out very fast. So quickly, I was still suicidal when I got to New York, even homeless. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I got really close to this bridge and I was about to jump off. And this was the moment right here. This was the moment you asking about. So I'm about to jump off, and I look down. It's just some rocks. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. But then I look to the left of me and I see this beautiful couple smiling, laughing. And my personal, I always think like what people have to live with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I cannot do this knowing that they're going to have to live with this. They're going to have to live with that. They're going to have to tell this story like I witnessed somebody do that. And so I backed myself away from the bridge. And I just like held my face, was just like, bro, what are you going to do? What is it? What's your purpose? What are you here for? What means the world to you? And then the moment I said that, an inner voice was like, your family. I said, where my family live at? They live in Fort Wayne. Bet, that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to go back to my family. I'm about to commit to my family. I'm about to commit to helping my family get in a better situation. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just from right that moment, it was like you're not allowed to speak down on yourself like that. You're not allowed to ever let yourself into that mental state again. You're not allowed to. I literally made an oath to myself that moment.
Yes.
Like, you're not allowed to do that. It's over.
A lot of people.
Once you turn away from this bridge, it's over.
A lot of people are glad that you made that decision and that you're still here.
Yeah.
Now, that is a very inspirational story, and I'm sure that's a platform that you use. But what do you see when you go into it, enrich the young individuals in these school systems? What is your thought process? What is your plan, or what message did you give them?
First thing is to let them know that they matter. You know, so first thing I always look at them and I say, you know, I talk to them like I'm their brother, their uncle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they want to look at me, I'm just like, I'm here for you. I really don't care about nothing else right now. So whether that means like we get closer by you know what I'm saying, you expressing, I always share my deepest of things to let them know like I have nothing to hide from you. Being completely vulnerable with them, let them know like I have nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? And which vice versa, what that does is it mirrors themselves, and they always open up right after that. You know, but just let them know that they just have somebody that really is here to support them. You know, you got a basketball game, you got a football game, you got a show or whatever. Let me know what day. I promise you, if I can, I will.
Yeah.
You know, so just showing real physical support.
Right.
You know, emotional support, mental support. You know, we only visit them typically once a week, but that never stops me from, you know, I let them know like, hey, reach out to me anytime you need something. Reach out to me. You know, because we don't have a lot of that. You know,
Right.
especially
That's
with
true.
men.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
With everything that you have going on, because that's a lot that you listed earlier. What does a typical day look like for you? I mean, how do you spend your day with all of this going on? Just give us kind of a
Good question. So typically I wake up about 4 in the morning, get a good workout in. Then I start taking care of some clients. I have a taxi business. I've been running for about 6 years. So I'll take care of my clients, then go get a little bit of rest. Wake back up, take care of some more clients. Do some just. I make a lot of time to just like talk to people on my socials. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people reach out to me and just want to express their stories and, you know, maybe some problems that they're going through.
Okay.
And I always feel like I got answers, you know, and they trust me to open their problems to me. And I try, you know, I let them know what I can, what my mind comes up with, you know. And from there, you know, I go back to the gym. I reach out to family, friends every single day. And I'm just in and out clients and whatever comes to me all the way until about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
so you're available. You're very
I'm
available,
always available.
to people. Open door.
Always. Yeah, I'm always available.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I had to get myself together, and I'm speechless because when I saw you on social media.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw a light. I saw energy and life. A lot of life. So to hear you say what you just said put me in a whole different place. Because now I understand the power, and I'm going to say the power of love. The power of loving yourself. And what I really enjoyed hearing you say was that you looked and you saw a couple sharing love, and love saved you.
It's real.
Yeah.
That's really real.
Yeah.
And that is so awesome. And that and now the love that saved you, you're saving other people with. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Now I understand. When Yolanda Naylor said, I know someone that you need to talk to that need to be on the panel. Now I understand.
Thank you.
100%.
And you also have to look at, are you a spiritual person?
Look, I honestly, I stay away from labeling a lot. You know, just personally, I don't label or associate myself with a lot of labels.
Do you think that the couple that was there was placed there for you that day? Because they didn't have to be there.
I'm going to say this. I do believe everything does happen for a reason. So, you know, I know I was stopped for a reason. I know that a lot of things that I'm doing now would never have happened or could never have happened or even have came to fruition if I didn't still make it past that moment.
Yeah. And we have talked about people that deal with mental issues, deep, traumas that they never heal from or anything like that. But it sounds like you have overcome. But while you were going through, were there ever a point where you may have sought help, or if there was anybody? Because a lot of times we as black men, first of all, we as men, then secondly, as the black man mantra that we wear, we don't let that vulnerability show.
Yeah.
We seem to be impenetrable. We seem to be invincible. But there's things going on. Was there at a point in time where you tried to reach out to somebody, or was it all internal struggles?
A lot of it was internal. I think I tried to reach out, didn't feel like I was understood well, and I immediately went right back into my cage and was like, I'm going to deal with it myself. Yeah.
And that happens. That happens in our community a lot, that, especially. But I am thankful that you're now channeling that to give other young men that look like you, that may be going through. A lot of times we lose generations because we don't go back to help. And so for you being able to go back to help, and a lot of times we don't help people properly because we don't tell them what we used to be or where we come from. We find shame in that. But for you to be open and transparent and saying that I wasn't it. I'm sure there's a young man at many different ages, because they say kids are thinking about suicide at 8 now. And that's amazing. That's crazy. At 8, what can you think? Your life is so bad at 8 that you want to change your life or take your life. So for you to be that transparent, I'm sure there's some lives that you're touching. And when you touch a life, how does that, I know it's inner fulfilling, but how do you see when you touch a life? Tell me a life that you may have seen that you touch, that you can reflect on. You don't have to give names of situation, but a life that you can reflect on that you may have touched or changed.
I mean, well, I encountered a lot of moments like that throughout the school years, even throughout regular. Before I even started the schools over 3 years ago, I was doing it regular. I would always say, like, I'll grab somebody in the community, a shorty in the community, and I'll be like, yo, I'll just be like, man, what's up? And I can just tell that they missing that older brother type of, you know what I'm saying? So, man, really what it ends up looking like, man, is, me reaching out to them reaching out to me, man. It just becomes a lifelong relationship. Nothing is just like, I don't keep it temporary. I make sure I let them know that, like, I'm not just here for a moment. This ain't, and even when I'm, speaking for this organization I partner with, I don't care about the money. I just don't. I'm not here for that. I was going to come regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just letting them know how real it is, man. And they can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say, y'all can hear it when I'm talking. I can't even hide it.
Right.
As real as it gets. So it just winds up being just a relationship, man. It just doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop. They even, with a shorty, sometimes they'll disappear for a little while, but that's on us as adults to not take it personal, but to more so continue to check on them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, what's up, man? I know it's been a little while, man. Just seeing what's going on with you. Just little things like that, man. It means a lot. It means more than we think, because didn't recall a lot of that growing up.
I like that, because it sounds like you're not crowding somebody's space. So you give them the room to even go away, think about it, and then return as they choose to.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right. Exactly.
Nice.
You don't want to overwhelm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to feel like you're controlling somebody, and you definitely don't want nobody feeling like you control. I mean, have them feeling like they can control by you.
That's
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got to give them that space. You got to give them time to see what life's about.
How long have you, for Always Ways, how long has that been established?
Always Ways has been established since about October or November of 21.
Okay. Do you have people who are also a part of the organization? The reason I'm asking that is, how would people find out about your organization? And is there anything that they can do to contribute or to donate or to support? Do you have, tell us about your socials and where you can be found.
Okay, so you can always go to alwaysways.com. As simple as it gets. Alwaysways.com has all my socials connected to it. The barcode I have on the back of my shirt actually takes people directly to my
Seriously?
website. Takes you directly to my website. It's the QR code.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's something I came up with in my mind. I figured it could come to life, and I did my research, and it came to life. So, clothing brand was one of my ways for people to have a tangible to support the movement. to support the mentality, lifestyle. If you want to adopt it, wristbands, little $5 wristbands. I don't seek money.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You say as far as like contributions, I'm not looking for it. It's more so if it fits what you're trying to do with your life. You feel like it is really something you can adopt. And if it's not, I mean, hey, teach his own. I hope you figure out something that keeps you out of that, again, that dark spot.
The clothing, you talked about the clothing drive. Yeah. Where does that stuff? Do you ever need any donations for?
I love that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So now that's something. So that again is called "This Is For You," separate from Always Ways. This is for you. It's something me and my family and my close brothers do. Yes, that you can reach us. There's a page on Facebook. This is for you with a period at the end of you. Everything spelled out. And you'll see a picture of us on there. And again, you just, whether you want to even just DM me on there or DM me personally on my Facebook, Emmanuel Ratliff, or on IG, Instagram at AlwaysWays19. You can, you can do that. So that's where you just let us know, like, hey, we want to contribute or we want to donate some clothes, because that's how it is. Our donations are ran off of the community.
Absolutely.
So we collect donations from the community for the community.
Absolutely.
That's how we look at it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that is good. Go ahead, Dr.
I was just going to say, so sports is connected to what you do.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Basketball. So how did you merge that with the vision? How did everything come together?
I love hoop. I feel like I never was given the opportunity to actually hoop, right? So that was the always ways. I'm going to create a way, right? If there ain't a way, create a way. That's my slogan. So when I realized I'll do whatever to do it, invest my own money in it, travel, go meet people, enter competitions, one-on-ones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll expose myself. That's why I started recording and doing doing the videography with it to expose myself. And then with that, it's just, I created sessions. I just gather more and more people to get into it. And again, it's basketball, man. I feel like with basketball, it's the entertainment. A lot of the kids out there that I mentor, they look at it like they're just in awe of the skill and the talent. And that's all I need. That's my door. That's my door for you.
Yeah, and that's a good thing that you because we looked at several of your videos and we see, like Doc V, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of things that you're doing in those videos. And we were talking about high school sports yesterday and sports in general for young people. And it's become more intense, I'm gonna say, because children are now become commodities. There's people that's out here that's trying to live some of their dreams or fulfill some of their lifelong goals through their children. And what do you see about where the fun is being taken out of like sports for youth right now?
The fun taken out of the sport.
Because it's a lot of times it's business, and they don't let kids be kids anymore. And I was talking to you before we came on air. A prime example, there was a coach in the Atlanta area, I believe, a football coach over the weekend, where this kid missed a play at the end of the half or end of the quarter, and his coach punched this kid for no reason. The love of the game, that can take the love of the game or the love of the sport out of. And I'm sure in your travels you've seen something similar, maybe not this drastic, but the push of children to be over perfect in what they are at the particular time.
Yeah, I think as if I'm gonna speak from a parent / coach / trainer aspect first. So if you're one of those, obviously, motivate the kid, you know what I'm saying? Get them, you know what I'm saying? But if they really want it, you don't really have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to let you know if they want to or not.
Right.
Like all my shorties that I train, they hit me up. I don't have to hit them up.
Right.
They literally be like, yo, hey, are you busy today, bro? I really want to get a workout in. All right, let me see. Let me check my schedule. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So if there's somebody that really wants to do the sport, no matter what the sport is or whatever, they're going to want to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no having to make them do it. And I feel like that's something that's actually missing a lot with a lot of the generation. And it could be there's a lot of factors, obviously, but a lot of the youngs are just missing that passion, But I feel like it's just happening, man. It's just like that.
Do you see any overzealous parents or coaches out there?
Yeah, I see some that overdo it for sure. You see that they just overdo it. I mean, I try to, if I'm in touch with that child or that student athlete, I try to, let them know, like, understand your parent, they just want the best for you.
Right.
So just give another perspective. Like, at the end of the day, they just want the best for you. They want you to be the best you can be, and so they're going to challenge you. So try not to take it too personal. Just give it your best and your all in whatever you're going to do.
With everything that you have listed, and it's a lot, and I'm sure that there's even more.
For sure.
Do you have anything in your head like that is coming up that you are working on that's maybe not a secret that you could share with us? Or what is your vision? What does Always Ways look like to you in 5 or 10 years?
Right. So, I just came off of my first tour. I had did a tour, self-finance tour, that I, accumulated the money with my clothing brand and stuff like that. And I also host basketball sessions. So, what it looks like in terms is like me going places, speaking, something like this,
Yeah.
where I could actually, express my mind in the way I think, Always Ways the way I think, and with that, it's going to inspire and motivate, because it's deeper than sports. Again, that's my attention getter.
Yeah.
That's that first paragraph of that essay,
Yeah.
But from there, it's way deeper than that, and it's life aspects to it.
Here's what I see. So it kind of goes along with what you said. So the world needs more people like you who, like Clarence said, are an open book, are vulnerable to go and speak at the schools. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when I was younger, we would have people come in and talk, but it was not like this because it was a different world. So
Yep.
nobody talked to us about suicide. At 8 years old, I don't even know if I knew what suicide, what it even
Right.
was. But now it's a different world. So I think that not only is that your passion, but it sounds like that is where you're supposed to be.
For sure.
Is, this is, you got your foundation, but then you are going other places to speak life
That's what it is.
into the youth.
No, it is.
Yes,
it is. It's,
absolutely.
And honestly, and this is just to be quite frank, it's not just the youth. I mean, this is everybody.
Everybody.
Nobody's excluded from this. Because we have a lot of. I've literally watched my print on people. I've changed adults. You know what I'm saying? Way older than me. I've literally witnessed me help change their ways.
Yes.
Just from my energy and my just they opening up, being vulnerable to me, and me just expressing, my perspectives. So again, nobody's excluded. Obviously, we want the youth, but my basketball sessions that I host, they're for adults, because I don't want to leave nobody out. I'm just being honest. I don't want to leave nobody out. Nobody's excluded from this.
Beautiful.
That is.
And
that
so
is
one
beautiful.
of the other things that you just love so much is music.
Oh, I love music.
So I think it's great because what you're doing, you can definitely incorporate music.
For sure.
Whether you're playing music as you enter the stage, to walk on the stage or off or somewhere in there, I believe you can incorporate, especially all the different types of music that you enjoy.
For sure. I love music. I actually write music as a form of therapy.
Oh, wow.
And that's the way I get my thoughts out.
Yeah, because I know when you say you believe that without music, I kind of think the same way, but without music, you wouldn't have life.
Absolutely agree.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see life without music.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't. I know I don't.
I don't either.
I agree.
It'd be so weird. It'd be so weird. I
it
wouldn't
gets
be. I don't know how to do
us
that.
through a lot. It really does.
Yes.
The good days, the bad days, always, all the days.
Like I literally
Yes.
play music. I don't even care if I got headphones. I play music out loud while I'm walking, while I'm in restaurants. I don't care. Like I love music that much. Like I just need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Again, it makes me feel like I'm at home no matter where I'm at.
Yeah. Now, Jill asked about, your 5, maybe 10-year plan, but I want to ask this. I want you to do a retrospective. Like, if you were you now,
Yeah.
what would you tell you 5 years ago?
5 years ago?
Yes.
I like that. Okay. And by the way, I didn't mean to ignore that question either. It's just I'm more so going with faith and
Which
seeing where
one?
it takes me. The 5-year, 10-year
Yeah.
plan. I don't even come up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
No,
believe
that's
in
okay.
planning that far ahead. I'm just, I'm saying, let's see where life takes me. But to go to you, 5 years ago, I was 23 years old. So 18. Yeah, I think that wasn't too far after my suicide days, right? So I would just be like, hey, you good? I'd be like, you're good, man. I'd be like, just continue to trust yourself. Continue to trust yourself. You know what you're doing. You really know what you're doing, so just keep trusting yourself. One thing I've found out once I tapped into it was that my intuition is unmatchable. You know, I really am in touch with myself and always have been, even when I used to ignore it. You know, so when I stopped ignoring it, that's when the greatest things started occurring in my life.
Right.
So that's what I would tell myself. Just continue to trust yourself.
Yeah. And that's the hardest part in a lot of people. And I like how you say to continue to trust yourself. Your comeback story is amazing. A lot of people, because I've worked in mental health previously, but I know a lot of people, it's not just one attempt.
No.
It's a series of attempts before they either decide to change or they finalize what they were trying to do. So for you to be here and to realize that you were more valuable now, even then, you know, a lot of people can't find value within themselves. Not only did you find value within yourself, you found a way to put value into other people. That's an amazing thing, you know, because a lot of people, they don't find that. To this day, they still have not found their own personal value. So it's good that you found your value and you'll be able to share that and put it into people of all age, race, and sex is what you're trying to say, that you don't care about the person, the person, but you care about the inner person.
There you
It's
go.
not
That's it.
your outer,
That's it.
it's who you are. It's
That's
not
it.
what you are, it's who you are.
Yeah.
That's it, man. It's not about. I mean, you can identify yourself however you want to. I don't care how you do that. It's not for me to judge. That's how I really feel. I don't care to judge you. The reality is, whatever you want to do with your life, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to be, there's always ways to do it. Don't accept no. Don't say you can't. And don't point a finger, man. Don't complain. Don't make no excuses, man. Do your research. Ask around. And make it happen. Be a story that somebody's like, what?
Yes.
You did what?
Wow.
Be that story.
Right.
Be a story.
Be that
Love
story.
that.
Yeah, I got to use that, man. Be that story.
Be
that
that
somebody-
story,
yeah.
man. Be that story for somebody, you know what I'm saying? And we can, you know, once we stop doing those things I just listed, you know.
Well, your story, I think I had in my mind that I was going to go a different direction with the questioning, but, you know, it's always on the time and the place that
Sure.
things needs to be talked about. But what I want you to do is, we have young people, we have old people, we have people that are stressing or going through things right now. I want you to look into that camera and address our audience. Give your best piece of advice to anybody out there right now that's going through something.
Look, whatever you're going through. I mean, whatever you're going through. You know, don't let nobody tell you how severe or not severe it is. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you it's deep or not deep. One thing I can tell you is, though, you can get past it. You will get past it, you know. Start coming up with ways, always ways. Start coming up with ways, doing your research, asking around, be vulnerable, open up to really come up with ways to get past that moment and get to where you want to go. Because wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You really can do it. You know, put the right people around you. You know, if you're young, stop hanging around the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Just disassociate yourself. You don't have to be around those people just because they cool. You label them cool. They don't. You can be cool too just by being you. You know, I'm just speaking from my experience. I've always been just me. No matter where I was at, you know, I'm not good at fitting in. You know, you don't have to fit in. So, yeah, man, just know if there ain't a way, create a way. I mean that. Create a way. Be the way, man. Like I said, what I say, just be that story, man. I mean that.
That is so good. That's so amazing. And we're going to thank you for being here, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, absolutely.
We thank everybody for joining us. And we always want to tell you, you know, always, I like that. Always.
There's always ways.
If there's not a way, make a way. There's always ways. That is a good mantra. And I'm glad to have met you and heard your story.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've enriched us all. I know me. I hope everybody in the panel you've enriched
Absolutely.
with, you know, just your wisdom and everything that you're doing. But we might have you. We're gonna have you back at some
For sure.
time.
Love.
You know, have you come back and, you know, if you're doing something, if you want to reveal something or if something comes up, you want to come and talk to us. Just, you know, reach out and we'll have you back.
I appreciate y'all.
Alwaysways.com, you said?
Alwaysways.com. It's that simple. Alwaysways.com. And if you want to, you can also in Google, literally on your web search, you can type #alwaysways and all of my. It's like it'll look like it's my own website, just like that. Everything will pop up. All my socials.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We thank you
That
again.
hashtag is powerful, man.
Yeah.
That's
It's crazy what that hashtag can do.
But, you know, Jill, I'm going to let you get us out of here. You know, As we always say before we leave the people, Jill.
Always protect your mind.
I like that.
Nice
That was
job.
great.
Nice